Hello and welcome everyone. We are continuing our escapades in 4th edition Warhammer 40k with the same pattern of trying to show off everything that was available at the time. So we got Josh and Luka here from MiniWarGaming.com bringing you the experimental Harlequin list from 2002.
It's from the before 4.
Before 4. So well over 20 years ago at this point, written by Gav Thorpe. He was either paid to write it, or he just did it in passing, who knows?
Beats me.
It's from the ancient before times. And I'll be playing the Word Bearers and showing off their unique playstyle from the Chaos Space Marine Codex. So, without further ado, let's go take a look at the list and get to the game.
We play and call it work.
Albeit very expensive are my word bearers here today. They all have to be undivided, and they have access to more demonic units for summoning. Now, I wasn't quite able to really bring that to bear today because we are playing 1,500 points and things are expensive, but we got 4 units of demons to show off. Here is our Chaos Lord, the Dark Apostle, unique to the word bearers. They're the only Chaos Legion that can bring chaplains to war. And he has a unique upgrade called the Black Crozius. He bears in his right arm. Right hand? Yeah, right hand. It is a demon weapon that will give him a 4-up invulnerable save and count as a power weapon. In addition to being a point of summoning for demons, he carries a personal icon with him. Otherwise, he just has a plasma pistol. And on top of that, he has a lot of demonic upgrades. He's got demon armor, giving him a 2-up armor save, a demonic strength, demonic resilience, demonic essence, and a demonic rune, which give him +1 toughness, +1 wound, and immune to the instant death special rule. And then for war gear, he has spiky bits, which is a chaos upgrade, allows him to reroll 1-hit roll in combat, and frag grenades in case he needs them, but no crack grenades. Actually, forego all crack grenades in the list. They kind of add up to a lot, and often aren't really worth it. My second HQ is going to be a lieutenant, upgraded to be a sorcerer, who is going to know Doombolt as a psychic power. With him, we have a force sword. Well, power weapon. Force swords didn't exist fully here. He's got crack grenades as well, and he bought a personal icon so he can summon demonic units to the battlefield. We got spiky bits, demon armor for the 2-up save, and demonic strength, bringing him up to strength 5. I like my Chaos characters to be a little fighty. 2 squads of Chaos Space Marines. They're both 9 strong, and they're all going to be bolters and bolt pistols, I think, as well. They just can't have bolters, close combat weapons, and bolt pistols. And each will be upgraded to have an aspiring champion sergeant with a power weapon, spiky bits, demon armor, and demonic strength. Kind of a similar build to the characters. 2-up save, strength 5, 1 reroll in combat with a power weapon. Though the power weapons won't really serve me any purpose against the Harlequins. Every weapon's a power weapon against them. Now, the unique thing for the word bearers is they're allowed to give up a heavy slot, a fast slot, or an elite slot to add more troop slots to summon more demons to the battlefield. I kind of ran out of points because I also wanted to show off a couple of other cool models, but I'm running 2 units of 8 bloodletters and 2 units of 6 demonettes. That is their favorite number. Now, in a word bearer list, being favored isn't that beneficial. That's more for the Nurgle, Khorne, or I guess Death Guard, World Eaters, Emperor's Children, and Thousand Sons. So you'll see it when I play them in the future. And here is a Maragol Dreadnought. In this case, just a Chaos Dreadnought. Thank you, Stormbolter, by the way, for this model. One of my favorites for the word bearer, specifically in the Horus Heresy. Now, he's going to be a Chaos Dreadnought with a plasma cannon and a Dreadnought close combat weapon with a bolter built into it. We have 1 upgrade on him, Demonic Possession, which I think is evident on the model. And that will make him immune to shaken and stunned results on the vehicle damage table. He's always moving, he's always fighting. And the last note, for the first time for Chaos Space Marines, I am buying veteran skills. Now, they do all have the mark of Chaos Undivided, which means they can only take 1 veteran skill. And I wanted to keep it nice and simple for myself. Everyone has the counterattack special rule. These are all veterans of the 10,000 long year war with the Imperium. So they know a thing or two about a thing or two.
And here we go. Here's my weird 1,500 points of Harlequins. So leading the whole force here, I have a Great Harlequin, which would be like your troop leader equivalent. So let's see if I can get these right. We've got power blades, power weapon, fusion pistol, and plasma grenades. Next up is a Shadow Seer with plasma grenades, shuriken pistol, power weapon, and neuro disruptor. I've got a Solitaire, plasma grenades, phase field, D-field, Rive blades, and Harlequin's Kiss. And then last but not least is a Death Jester there. So we got power blades, plasma grenades, and a Bright Lance.
Yeah, it's just a fancy looking Bright Lance.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy looking. When was the last time you saw somebody running around with a Bright Lance?
I know. Well, Shadow Seers could take pretty much all the Eldari heavy weapons.
They started off with the weird Shrieker rifle
which
thing.
I think is the
Shrieker cannon.
What he's equipped with now, which is what he's stuck with throughout the years.
Yeah, it's got a really weird profile that, I don't feel like remembering. But he could also do shuriken cannon and missile launcher and something else, I think.
I think he's definitely at least wielding a shuriken cannon there too, maybe. I can't remember what that weapon actually is.
It is a Shrieker cannon. That's
that is?
Yeah, you can't change it out in the modern
nice.
40K. Lame. The troops. So I've got troop choices here. There's basically 2 of them that have a pair of fusion pistols and then a Harlequin's Kiss and a power weapon. And then plasma grenades. And then the last squad there that's not going to have a character attached, I upgraded one of them to be the troop leader. So we've got a pair of fusion pistols, a pair of Harlequin's Kisses, and then the troop leader took a pistol and a power weapon. Then over to the right there, we got fast attack. That's 5 Harlequin jet bikes. So there's a couple power weapons in there, and then I've also upgraded it to be a troop leader in there as well. That is going to have a power weapon. And then there's pistols on the guys with power weapons. And last but not least, my heavy support choices. I've got 3 Venoms.
They're heavies, eh?
They're heavies. They've all been upgraded to have shuriken cannons and hollow fields.
I love hollow fields. Well, I love hollow fields.
We're going to see how this works out on them.
Scary does not love hollow fields. I think it's a cool upgrade. Armies are allowed to have good yet annoying mechanics. It's kind of what defines them.
Well, boy, oh boy, are you in for a treat today.
I am. I'm ready for it. So again, they called it experimental, but it was released by an official designer in an official document.
But he also talks about it being like, hey, this is like it's stamped experimental, like, hey, this is a beta list kind of thing. Like, please test it, see what you think. Please don't take it seriously.
Yeah. He wanted people to take it to events and wanted to know how it went.
Basically, yeah. But again, this was a very different time when you're talking about go to an event and see how it goes kind of thing.
Today we are playing Secure and Control. The Word Bears just finished cleaning up an Imperial Guard regiment with an attached unit of a Black Templar, and it was really no problem at all. However, we had plans to secure and control this battlefield, 3 key locations in particular, one here by the bridge, one by the statue, and the other by the other fallen statue, also near a bridge. However, Harlequin seemingly came out of nowhere in this process, so the Word Bears, a little fatigued, need to fight again, albeit they have demonic support waiting. I don't want to say nearby, but they have demonic support
but it's
waiting.
Not nearby
but
either.
It's not nearby either.
Not far.
Very, very hopefully approachable. Dice rolls will tell. Now, the way Secure and Control works is we are going to be deploying along the long table edges. We're going to be 2 feet apart, and at the end of the game, each loot area or each secure location is worth 500 victory points to whoever controls it at the end of the game. Now you control it by having a scoring unit within 6 and no enemy scoring units within 6 themselves. And of course, the primary mission is to engage and destroy the enemy army. So you'll get victory points equal to what you destroy in the opposing forces, and you'll gain some fraction of their points for doing some damage to them as well. Now we are going to be playing a Gamma-style mission, which will have a few additional special rules involved, which I'll go into as they come up.
And of course, paired with this battle report, head on over to the MiniWarGaming Vault to see even more Warhammer. We're going to see 2 awesome armies fighting against each other. Check the link down in the description or get a YouTube membership to support the channel and get access to all the awesome content that we do before anybody else gets to see it, as well as all the narrative campaigns and stuff. We'll see you there.
And let's take a look at our battlefield before we deploy on it. We don't know who's going to deploy where yet. We got our 3 objectives, like you've seen earlier. And I want to point out that every piece of terrain on this board that are ruins in particular, and craters, and some of the battlefield scatter, pretty much not the Games Workshop tanks, are from the Ruins of Perdition set that MiniWarGaming is currently working on. And it is going to be available to pledge for soon, but just wanted to show off.
Or it already is, depending on when this video came out.
Ah, that's true,
You
actually.
can always look at the link below and find out.
It will be in the link in the description down below, all the same. And the biggest selling feature, the only thing I'm going to really mention, well, I'll mention two things, is that this whole table breaks down into flat packs, and you can store it in one box. Let me do it with one hand here awkwardly, just to show you as an example. So you do that with all the other buildings, and they assemble just as easily as they come apart. In addition to that, obviously, if you have the savvy of printing, this entire set was all printed. But if you don't have that savvy, then MiniWarGaming, the Forge, will print it and ship it out to you as well. Otherwise, why don't we go ahead and deploy our forces and get to this game? Deployment done. Josh won the roll-off. He decided to go with that deployment zone over there, with the one objective and the one kind of closer to them on the bridge. And then I'll have this one on my side. Deployment, there's a strict order to it, but it doesn't matter too much for the viewer, I suppose. We got a Dreadnought, my Sorcerer, my Lieutenant Sorcerer with Chaos Space Marines, and then our Chaos Lord, Dark Apostle, with his Chaos Space Marines. And then the demons must stay in reserve. The only way to bring demons into play is with the icons that I have purchased on the characters. They summon from their point. They kind of tear open rifts in reality, and that's where the demons come pouring out of. What do we got on your side?
So we've got the bikes. We've got the avatars, or the... I can't remember what he's called now.
The Mega Troop leader.
The Mega guy.
The
guy in charge.
Mega Harlequin. The big Harlequin.
The Shadow Seers squad in there. This is the squad with the extra fusion pistol. And then we've got my Solitaire and my Death Jester.
Boom, perfect. You know what? It's come to my realization that I've been trying to record a lot of these videos for two reasons. One being nostalgic for people who've been playing for a very long time, and a little informative for people who have been playing since 8th edition, essentially. Though 8th edition is wrong, because they had force organizations there in 8th edition. I've never actually clarified how we build our list and why we build our list the way we do. I'm not going to go into extreme details about it, but there's a strict force organization that every army has to follow. You can only bring a couple characters.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, to go through it super quick.
Yeah.
One required HQ, 2 minimum troops.
Yes.
And then I believe the force org is 1 to 2 HQs, 2 to 6 troops, 3 elite, 3 fast attack, 3 heavy support.
So the only reason I bring it up is because Josh has a great example of why I really like that format of doing it. It's not a great business thing for Games Workshop, I get it, because like once you buy so many of a certain slot, you might not want to buy more of that slot. So in this case, your transports are your heavy support choices. I don't actually know if the Harlequins have more than that in heavy support, but let's pretend they do. So Josh brought those 3 heavy supports as transports. He has no more access to heavy support options. He has to put his points into other slots, essentially. It's a really good format that I really miss. So it's one of my favorite things about going back to these editions and playing, even though it's a very minor detail.
Well, I think part of it too is naturally, at least a good chunk of the lists I build, because there were sometimes like characters or things you could take that would put things into different slots.
Yes.
But like naturally when I list build for any edition, even the ones that didn't have all that stuff, you can kind of see it in my lists anyway.
I do it a little bit. I do it as well. I always, no matter what, try to fit 2 troop choices in there.
Yep.
Yeah. I always like to have the core of the army. And they do, like Games Workshop does a good job. Like, Necron Warriors are still like mandatory for a lot of Necron lists and stuff like that. But that's not true for every army out there. I just like it I just missed it when it was kind of forced. Though I get why people would like the flexibility of doing whatever they want. However, in these editions, you could also do that if you wanted to. You'd be like, hey, let's just do all tanks today. Screw it. But people back then were a little bit more flexible. It was kind of ironic because when you had the strict force org, people back in the day were a lot more flexible with what they wanted to do when they were used to playing with each other. And then the modern one, it's only flexible, which is good because you don't have the strict force org. But sometimes the strict force org is really good for pickup games against someone you don't know, right? So you know that they're kind of bringing a reasonable list, and you could bring a reasonable list. I don't know. I digress. We're going to roll off to see who goes first.
One thing real quick, too. I think I messed up on the War Gear loadout on the Solitaire.
Who is
and I think I fixed it properly. So he's going to keep the Rive Blades. He's going to drop the Kiss, because they were the ones that were the same. I was getting them and the Power Blades confused, I think. But he's going to take a Shuriken Pistol,
Nice.
Tangle Foot Grenades, and Bio-Explosive Ammunition, because it's the same point cost. So that way I'm in even 1,500 again.
Yep. And the ammo is very cool for a Shuriken Pistol. We'll see what it does if it pops up.
If it does anything at all.
But if it kills the model, extravagant things will happen. So we're going to roll. The winner of this roll off decides who goes first. I got a 3.
I got a 3.
That's a reroll, I suppose. Bloop. 3, 4. Do you know who you want to go first?
I think I'm... That's the thing. Bolters are still, like, kind of scary, but not really scary. I'm probably just going to have you go first.
And I can only shoot them if I stand still.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So turn 1 me?
Turn 1 you, because you shouldn't be able to shoot me.
That is... I got a plasma cannon, but I don't know if it's got any good shots, so we'll find out. Turn 1 for the word bearers. Go right to my movement phase, but a couple things to note. There is the dusk and dawn rule to this mission, so I have to roll a d6. On a 1, we're fighting at dusk. On a 6, we're fighting at dawn. It's the other way around, technically. That's a cock die. Hey, we're fighting at dawn, I think. We're fighting before dawn, which means we just finished dealing with the Imperial Guard Regiment right through a proper, I guess, night ambush, we'll say.
Yep.
And that means the night fighting rules are still going to be in play because the sun hasn't risen yet for this first battle round of the game.
I don't know if that's terrible for you, actually.
It's not bad at all.
Your shooting was already going to be super punished, but now my longer range shuriken cannons are going to get punished.
Yeah, you have to roll a few d6 to determine how far you can actually draw visibility during the night.
Yeah, so this actually I think is going to be benefiting you.
This is nice.
I'm okay with.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. So it's a pre-dawn battle engagement. And the last thing is, it's 6 battle rounds. I didn't mention that earlier. We're going to play for 6 turns. Whoever has the most points after 6 turns will be the winner. Now, for moving, there's no running in this edition. Everything, well, there's...
Joke's on you.
You have running.
I have fleet everywhere.
I don't run. I'm gonna move my pieces. I'm gonna figure out. I can't pre-measure, but I'm gonna figure out where I want them to end up, and I'll show you where that's gonna be. It's for the most part. I'm gonna push up with the Chaos Lord and the Sorcerer, and then the Dreadnought as well, I suppose. Very nice and easy turn 1 moving. I know I won't be. So I moved. You cannot fire your bolters if you move. Well, outside of 12. And this guy has no shooting at all. What I will try to do, is there any rules for shooting at your independent characters? He's just off on his own over there.
You just got a cover save, brother. I'm
going to go ahead and try and channel a Doom Bolt. I have an idea that there's a nasty tricksy elf in the distance, but I have to roll for night fighting first. Never mind, Doom Bolt is only 18. It's a half-range heavy bolter, but it has assault instead of heavy. So you can fire it and charge in, which is kind of cool. We are going to fire the plasma cannon. So for night fighting, I'm going to target the Death Jester. I roll 2d6 and multiply by 3. That's how far away I can see my targets for this attack. No. 18 inches? That is not going to be 18 inches. He's about 20 to 24 away. So we know that he shoots off into the distance. Now, the nice thing about plasma weapons is, while they're equipped to vehicles, they do not, they have gets hot, but it doesn't affect the vehicle. They actually got rid of that maybe in 5th or 6th edition, where they gave it the chance to give a glancing hit to the vehicle. With no other shooting to do, no charging or assaulting to resolve, we're just kind of walking ominously up towards our enemies, the elves. It's turn 1 for them.
Big thank you goes out to Noble Knight Games for providing us a lot of the books that we have from the older editions of Warhammer 40k. So if you want to get back into these older editions, or for the first time ever, go check them out, nobleknightgames.com, as they do sell lots of stuff from previous editions.
I'm a little bit anxious about this, because I could just kind of like try to turn 1, commit, and charge you a bunch. But that's also kind of dumb.
Yeah, fair.
It's kind of, well, dumb in the sense of like I might just be throwing everything away.
It's one of those that's going to work right away or lose right away.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a risk we need to do, I suppose.
We're going to hover ominously over there.
Yep, and all your vehicles are fast. So they can move 12 and can disembark and shoot their weapons at no penalties. And if they need to, they can go 24 inches and really get up the battlefield.
We're going to send bikes up.
Now, these are Eldar jet bikes. They follow the normal jet bike rules, but the main difference is when it comes to the assault phase, they actually don't need a target to assault. They can just assault 6 inches.
They just move 6 inches wherever they want.
Yeah. Wherever they want. And they kind of kept that rule all the way until 7th edition, where it was a big issue.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I am a little traumatized from all those Eldar games I played where I didn't really get to interact with them. It wasn't a lot of fun, but we always tried, I suppose.
You know what? I'll come over here, too.
Boom.
We'll just hope for the best.
All right. Sounds good. So we moved everything around. Everything's staying in a transport. Is our Solitaire going to do his cool little Solitaire move? Probably not.
No. because the way I'm reading it, I need to pick a direction and then roll the 3d6 to see how far he goes.
And you could roll like a 7 or
So
something.
I don't want to just like pop up and be like, oh, you can see me.
That's you could roll like a 5 or an 8 and just be like awkwardly right here. He has a teleport he could do every turn.
Yeah, I'm also considering just taking him that way though.
Absolutely, you could.
You know what? I'm going to.
Just
I'll
to
take
roll
him
it?
that way. See, I'm already.
Oh, do you have to
making poor decisions?
Do you have to commit to it? I guess.
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say you go along the bridge path.
Yeah.
Not in the frozen river thing. And that's pretty good, 13 inches. So he boop, disappears and reappears over here, and he could assault while doing this, and he could do it every turn. Which war gear was that?
Well,
The phase something.
the phase field, I think.
Very cool piece of war gear. Unique to the Harlequins, I think.
As far as I know. See, the night fighting is the thing throwing me off. So yeah, let's just try to fire your dreadnought.
Just crack a bright lance shot, so you can see this far times 3. Nope, 6 inches.
I'll measure it. See.
You can see up to here, dude.
You can't see anything. Let's just try to fire the cannon into you then.
Shuriken cannon. It can fire 21. That should be good.
It
Absolutely.
should
Yes, we're good. We're about 16 inches away. Let's see if this. I'm armor 12 on the front of the dreadnought, and I believe that's a strength 6 gun.
It is a strength 6
So we can
gun.
glance the crap out of me. And glancing can destroy vehicles. You just need a 6 on the chart.
So this is heavy. Yeah, it's 24 inch range. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm not messing this up. Oh!
3. I assume BS4.
I am very confident you are correct. Yeah, the Venom is BS3. Never mind.
All right, so you hit on 4. Oh, that was a 3-3-2?
Yeah, it's
All right, so the Venoms apparently hit on 4s. Okay, well,
Okay.
fair, I guess.
Well, let's see how far away the bikes can see you.
Oh, yep, bikes are going to take some shots. Bikes can see 18. Should
Yeah,
be
so
definitely
that should
good
be
enough.
20.
What do they got for guns?
Twin link shurikens across the board.
I like that. Oh, like the basic one?
Shuriken catapults.
I think they're only 12 inch range.
Yeah.
You have a few in range. I'll scrap that. They're actually all in range. 12 inches is more than I thought. Again, no pre-measuring, so you have to kind of eyeball it.
Okay, the jet bike leader is gonna. He's ballistic skill 4. The other ones are 3s.
I
so
kinda-
these need 3s.
Kind of goes in line with the other
They hit.
Eldari profiles, I suppose. At the time, these all got updated over the years. 4s, but twin linked.
Yes, sir. And this is proper twin linked.
Yes,
It's easier
rerolling
to hit.
Rerolling hit rolls.
Okay.
Pretty good. And these should be all strength 4, and no Bladestorm in this edition. Bladestorm got added many years later.
Quite a bit after.
3 wounds. I meant 4. I didn't see that one somehow. These are all 3-up power armor saves. Yeah. 1 Chaos Marine
Aha!
goes down. Has to be guys within 12. Blech, that guy gets shot dead.
Gonna try to fire at you with him.
18. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, he can only actually see the front 2 guys with 18. Hey!
Oh, I got a hit.
We got a hit. We're okay. We're okay. 2 to wound, strength 6. Does this have AP? This is AP 4, maybe?
It's not AP 3.
Oh, and your model. I'm sorry.
Okay,
He's
thank
dead.
you. Yep. Oh.
Bang. Bang. One more.
Yeah, the other one.
How far can it see?
Nope,
Oh,
not far
9. Not far enough. He has no idea what his buddies are shooting at.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They all seem to be having fun over there. And we're just gonna take a little assault.
Eldar. No, thanks, Gav Thorpe. Actually, I don't know if he actually put this in or not. It's in the core rulebook. The assault moves are really cool. The Tau have a lot of access to this as well with their suits. They can do stuff like this. That is turn 1 done. You did better than I did. You got 2 Chaos Space Marines taken out. And I have yet to kill any Eldar. However, the sun is now rising, so the night fighting rules are gone. That's only for the first round when you do a pre-dawn battle. And I have to roll for my demonic reserves as we go to my turn 2. And it's 4 ups on turn 2. We have Bloodletters and Demonettes waiting. They're identical units, so I'll roll for the Bloodletters first on 4s. Neither of them are showing up. And then the Demonettes on 4s. One of them is going to show up. And that means next turn, they show up on 3s. But we're going to take these 6 with us. Step is you take the large blast marker, and I'm just going to move that smoke out of the way. You put it in contact with the guy with the icon, and that's where the hole opens up. But we have to roll a scatter first. Okay, it's going... That's fine. That'll give me something to go stand on the secure and control. Okay, it's going to go back here, but they're just going to make their way over there throughout the game. So this tear in reality is actually going to open up over here.
You know what? If I was these Slashy Demons, I'd be freaked out by these guys too. Historically, you know.
I love this edition, dude. You can't recreate this stuff. So the portal opens up there. Voila, Demonettes. Now they are allowed to move and assault as normal, which is scary because that could have scattered right over there and then they just charge in right away. So it's very unpredictable when you're summoning demons to the battlefield. We are going to use this opportunity to have a unit linger around this area and dance and make happy Slanesh sounds. Boom. Can't beat this codex, guys. It's like 5 codexes in one. Definitely a little overloaded. They trimmed it quite a bit in its next printing, which a lot of people were disappointed by. We're going to keep pushing up with these units because he has an icon that I want to eventually get in there. In fact, I'm going to have his guys kind of envelop him a little bit, just to protect him a little bit more in case something
It'll be fine, dude.
In case something weird happens. I just have to double check. I think walkers get move through cover built in. Yeah, just he doesn't get moved through cover, he just doesn't get stuck on it like regular vehicles do. He's gonna be able to go, 5's not bad, that works. He's going so far. Then we move on to our Chaos Lord. Part of me, I just don't want to walk into all the guns, man, but I can at least shoot my bolters, I think, if I walk forward. So we're not gonna risk the difficult terrain, we're just gonna filter through that crater in the ruin there. That's where we end, and we're done our moving altogether. We're going to go ahead and just start shooting at those Eldar jet bikes. Now, with bolters, you can always fire them if you're within 12, and you get the rapid fire benefit. These 2 models are out of range in the back, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolters. Actually, no, he's got a bolt pistol and a sword, so it'll be 5 bolters and a bolt pistol, and then a plasma pistol afterwards. There are 3s to hit. Ooh, we didn't roll that well. The Eldar jet bike does give them extra toughness. Their T4 has 3 wounding hits, and I assume no relevant AP. I think you have a 3-up save on them.
Yeah, I'm just going to use my 3-up armors here. No!
Are they 1 wound each or 2?
Oh, they're 1 wound each.
Even those 2 riders?
Well, this wasn't what they looked like back then.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm going to kill 1. And then I'm going to kill... Oh, no, sorry. Not going to kill that one.
All right, fair.
That was one of the ones I wanted to keep. These 2 will die.
Damn, and then I got 1 plasma pistol to fire. The Lord of Chaos! That's a good time. Demon armor. We're good. 2-up armor save. And then we're going to move on to shooting over here. Let's start with this squad. Just fire. I could either get lucky with this guy and shoot his plasma cannon and force the guys to come out of the transport if I get a penetrating hit. Or I just light up with bolters and just shoot. They have a dispersed formation though, so I'll just do. I'll shoot a plasma cannon at him over there. Now we have to see if it gets hot. It does not. We can fire it. But the plasma cannon, you simply roll the hit and you place the blast on it. So in this case, I'm just rolling to see if I hit him.
Yep.
I do.
Okay.
So I hit him with the plasma cannon, and your armor 10. This is strength 7. Now you are going to get hull down if I penetrate you. Strength 7. That's a pen. So on a 4-up, you hold it down it to a glance. You do. It's going to be a glancing hit instead. We're going to quickly roll on the damage, to the vehicle damage.
You're going to roll twice, friend.
Oh, Hollow Fields. And I take the lowest result.
Yep.
3. Now, that is an open top vehicle, so we're going to add 1 to the result here. So we take the lowest die, add 1 to it. That's going to be armament destroyed. So we destroy the shuriken cannon on the vehicle. But otherwise, no other effects. So it's just a mobile transport at this point. So we might as well, since there's no Harlequins to shoot at, we are just going to fire a bunch of bolters into it as well. It's armor 10, so if we roll 6s, we can get glances. And only the front 4 are in 12. We're going to go ahead and do the 2 bolters and his bolt pistol at once, and then we'll shoot the Doom Bolt power from the Psyker. These should be 3s to hit. Okay. And a 6 to glance. No, not quite high enough strength. We gotta do a psychic check to see if we can conjure a Doom Bolt, and this is instead of shooting our bolt pistol. And leadership, well, that's an 11. And now they do have the Mark of Chaos Undivided, which lets them reroll morale checks, but this is a psychic check.
Yeah, he was a dummy. His morale isn't bad. He's dumb.
He just couldn't conjure the powers. He forgot the words and stuff. That's it for shooting over here and over here. Though I did cause enough casualties on our jet bikes to force a morale check.
Ugh.
I don't know, what's the leadership of a Harlequin?
Can find out.
It's probably 3.
Yep. Yep.
A-okay. I don't believe I have any charges to resolve, because everything's too far away. You can only charge 6 with most things. So we're going to go to turn 2 for the Harlequins.
You know what? This was dumb immediately, so I'm just going to go on like this kind of an angle.
Yep, right over these crates and everything. 3D6, is it 3D6?
Yes.
Ooh, 12. Nice little jump. Perfect. And the best part about him is he can declare charges at 12 inches away instead of the normal 6.
You can.
And he has a very fun rule that he gets extra attacks based on the difference in what he needed to charge and what he's capable of charging.
It's true.
I like it. I'm very excited to see that. Do you have any other? Well, I assume you want to.
I just got to start moving up and doing stuff.
Boom. Are you going to move up and pop out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Harlequin time. Let's go. They have no gun anymore, so it's only one purpose.
That's what that looks like.
And because it's open top, they kind of vault off of any point of it and disembark wherever they want as long as they end up within 2. And because the transport moved first, they cannot move anymore themselves. But they can charge from that position because it's open topped.
Yes.
Very cool.
We're going to go over here and have the bikes go.
Hello, bikes. Old friends. Welcome. Oh. No.
You can't make my noise. That's my noise.
Get it. How dare you? Please, Lord of Chaos, live and summon 16 bloodletters to your position. No, my Dark Apostle. What's the Shadow Seer do?
Buddy, I don't know.
You put her down. I'm like, oh god, a Shadow Seer. What does that do? Where's the Prime Harlequin? Is he over here?
He's coming up in a minute. Great Harlequin, I think is what it is.
Yeah, it is the Great Harlequin. The Great Harlequin. The Great Dancer. They disembark, and the third final transport shows up. It is, it's time for the grind. We're getting there. Before I summon. If Josh is able to assassinate one of my characters, that's one of my locuses for summoning.
You kept moving towards me, bro.
I know, because I wanted to summon closer to you. So it's go time.
That's fair.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, we're just going to fix the positioning of the shadows here for, I don't know, maybe a Neuro Disruptor.
Is it like a template?
Yeah.
All right, that's an awkward shape I'm in. It is done in the movement phase. We're going to go right to shooting.
Can you just put that down and I got to read how this works?
So the Neuro Disruptor is a nice little template weapon.
I think.
We think. So it's going to go something like this and obviously cover a healthy chunk of lads. Now, template weapons always hit the enemy they're covering. There is no partial hits with them. The only guy not hit is Safe Man in the back here.
Okay, so it's strength 8.
That's a very interesting strength.
But it uses your leadership.
Oh, we're leadership 10. Okay. Albeit the majority of my leadership is 9 because
so I don't know if I got to roll for each individual guy or if I just roll using the majority. I think this edition you just use majority when you're.
You do, yeah. You typically do majority. Last edition with 3rd, you would do it like you could still do it either way, and it works really well. But in 4th, they cut that out and just said majority to speed up gameplay, even though the game is played like lightning fast compared to modern 40K.
Yeah, I paid 20 points for this.
This is 5s to wound. You kill 4. These are AP 1, so I get no power. It's not. It's like it affects the mind. It's attacking, my psyche.
It uses an intricate psychocrystalline circuitry to emit a wave of particles that disrupt the brain's neural pathways, turning the target into a drooling imbecile or killing them outright.
That's 4 of them. We're going to go ahead and lose. It can be anyone but this guy. I could choose to take saves. Ooh, I could choose to take saves on the Chaos Lord. He does have a 4-up invulnerable, but I don't. I'd rather just lose a Blade of Wounds, I guess. We'll go 1, 2.
That's what they're there for, right?
Yeah, essentially. 3 and 4. We'll have these ones remaining. That will be a leadership check at the end of the phase, though, for sure.
Then I got 3 shurikens. I'm hoping to do this right. Yeah, okay. So 4s. I've hit you with a shuriken. I've wounded you with a shuriken.
AP 5, so I need a 3. We're good on that. Off the power armor.
Okay, and then 2 fusion pistols.
Pew pew. Is a 4 sit with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh no!
Oh, okay.
2s. These are AP good, aren't they?
They're strength 6, AP 1.
Okay, so it's still gonna kill 2 guys. What's the range of them?
6 inches.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to take one of those on the Lord and the other one on a Chaos Space Marine because this guy's too far away to take it. Like this guy's out of range too. They're both gonna go on the Chaos Lord. He's got the Black Crozius, the 4-up invulnerable save. Oh,
that's a bad start, Luka.
He's got 2 wounds.
I just hurt my tummy.
Ooh, should be okay. We should be okay. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Oh god.
Could have rolled better. Fire the shuriken off this thing.
The cannon. Canonin. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, I only hit you once.
Glorious hit. Nope.
Oh, it doesn't wound. Okay.
All right. You want to do the other shuriken?
We'll do the other shuriken.
Nice and ready, right?
Okay, I got a hit.
That's a wound. We got a 3-up armor save. Hoo-yah. We're A-okay.
Oh, whew. Do the bikes, so the leader guy hitting on 3s.
Oh, very good.
Twin linked. That's a still miss.
Oh, okay.
That's why I rolled it over there. I knew it was going to be one.
Oh, the
all
rest
hit,
hit.
okay.
Of course, they all hit.
Force. 3.
3 it is. We have armor. Ooh, pop. Might as well lose him. He's trailing anyways.
3 shuriken pistols from the lads here.
Ooh.
Oh, they've missed.
All miss. Okay, very good.
Okay. 2 fusion pistols from the lads.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good start.
stop it!
They both,
Oh, well, Chaos Lord. Oh,
they're slightly closer.
I'll take it on him and the Lord. Oh my God, a wound. I can't make an invuln save.
Stop.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind losing to the dice because if he wanted to live, he would have rolled better.
Well, I got the Great Harlequin's fusion pistol.
The Great Harlequins.
The Great Harlequin.
He's kind of. They all look the same.
I can't remember. Yeah, he's the one with the cloak.
Oh, very fancy. 2, maybe.
Yeah, because he's ballistic skill 5.
That does hit. Oh, he
it
missed.
doesn't wound.
Oh,
Phew.
bless.
Move over to this side of the table. Bright Lance. So this Death Jester is ballistic skill 4.
Good.
They're actually better in combat.
Weapon skill 5.
They're weapon skill 6.
Oh, all right. Hit.
Oh, he hits your Dreadnought.
Strength is 7.
Strength 8.
Strength 8. We need 4 to glance because I'm armor 12. Oh,
No.
nothing.
Solitaire's going to fire a pistol.
Pew.
2 to hit.
Oh, this is the fancy
2
aim
to
out.
wound.
Does it have AP?
It's AP 5 or whatever.
Oh, okay, so this
This is
the-
a 5-point upgrade, by the way.
Oh, that's fair. If this shot kills a model, it will explode in gore. It doesn't.
Okay.
Bounces off the power armor. It like shoots around in and like explodes internally and just a bunch of shrapnel everywhere. Causes
Kind
a
of glad
blast.
that happened.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, so then we're going to fire into the squad.
Oh, you are gonna go for them?
Yeah, I think so. So these are going to be the 2 regular pistols. Shuriken pistols, if you will. So I've got a hit. And not a wound. 2 regular fusions. I got a hit. And the man gets wounded.
6 will wound a guy. We'll say this guy eats the fusion dead.
And then the boss man's fusion pistol.
You know? No, we'll say he's dead. Yep, go for it.
Oh, did I hit on 3?
Yep. 6
And-
to
yep.
wound, and we'll say this guy loses it. Bam. And then just going to point out again that the cannon is destroyed on the vehicle. It's why we're not firing it. I do owe Josh a morale check. I lost some of my models over here.
Oh, only a couple.
Luckily, we're leadership 10 on a Chaos Lord, unless you have an aura that reduces.
I don't have an aura. That's only when you're in combat with me.
All right, so we decide to stick and hold. But we only have 2 wounds left in that unit. Very scary stuff.
Salt phase, we're going to send the Solitaire in. It's going to cost him about 6 inches to get there.
So it sounds like you'll have 6 extra attacks.
Something like that.
Boosh. Good old flip belts. Very cool. Any other charges?
Oh, we'll send the rest of the lads in here.
Yep. I don't. Are they? Is it called flip belts or is it like a proto flip belt?
Actually, let me double check. Yeah, it's flip belt and hollow suit. So hollow suits, for anybody wondering, I get a 4 cover save all the time, but I don't get armor.
Yeah.
But it also applies in close combat, so they always get the benefit of defended obstacle unless assaulted by an enemy with grenades which negate cover.
Interesting. Well, I'll look at what that means. I think it means
I've got plasma grenades across the board too, so
Yeah.
it just means it doesn't matter at this point.
Gotcha.
So
They're going to go in. They don't have to worry about the difficult terrain because they got flip belts. They just kind of hop, jump, and skip over it. Every model's got to engage another unengaged model if possible, and if not, they double up where they can. Yeah, he'll just go over there. My guys have counterattack. They do a 6-inch charge immediately, and they kind of follow the same rules. They don't really need to. They're all fighting anyways. Just getting in there. Counterattack is just a good mechanic in case someone like charges this model over here. These guys can pile in immediately and still contribute to the fight.
I'm gonna charge over here next.
The Shadow Seer squad.
Yeah, the goal is to get these guys in. I think I can get both squads in though.
You should
I
be
just
able
won't be able to
to.
get the bikes in.
Yeah, the bikes might be a little
So
stuck.
I'm gonna go here.
And
This
then
one's gonna come up.
he goes for that one would go for the Chaos Lord, and then the
There.
rest just kind of pile in behind. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you can block the movement with the other ones. Oh, and the terrain and everything too. Yeah, they can ignore that. I forgot. Yep. So that's how they end up, and then
We're gonna send in the rest.
The Great Harlequins unit. Good luck with all the swords and everything in the
Oh
way.
yeah, this is brutal. I'm complaining about what's happening.
This is not the position I expected the Dark Apostle to be in when I made this move, but it's the position we find ourselves in. Okay, that should be it for charging.
I'll let you pick which combat we do first.
Let's save this one for last.
Okay.
That one's pretty dramatic. I'm initiative 4. I assume you're 5 or 6.
Okay, well, stand by. I have initiative 8.
Oh, the Solitaire.
The Solitaire.
Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot he was over here.
Okay, so he only had to use, so he's going to get +6 attacks, which is the maximum he can get. So he's going to go up to 10 attacks at least.
Terrifying. One quick correction on the rules for myself. Characters in the unit can only attack or be attacked if they themselves are in base-to-base contact. They're treated almost as a separate unit when coming to assault phases. So when I was in this position, I'll have him counterattack into combat with the Solitaire, thus risking his life greatly against the Solitaire, but allowing my character to help in this fight as well.
Okay.
And it's a pretty big risk because the Solitaire is instant death and ignores my 2-up armor save, but he only wounds me on 5s, and the instant death is on 6.
I will roll 4 attacks into him and the rest of the attacks into the squad.
Yep, he's
5
got
attacks into him.
5 attacks into him, the rest in the squad.
Okay, so you are half weapon skill,
Very good.
because the hollow suit gives you an upset tummy.
You can hit me on 3s, your weapon skill's like super high.
Yeah, and weapon skill 8.
Ooh.
Oh, only hit you.
I parried and dodged 3 of the attacks, and don't roll 6 or I'm sad. I'm sad.
There you go.
There you go, he's dead. Instant death.
Yep.
Yeah, there goes one of my
And
summoning
that's
points.
from the Rive Blade, I think.
Yeah,
That's what it's called, yeah.
fancy Solitaire weapon.
And the rest of his attacks.
Into the unit. 3s.
Okay. couple
Also
misses.
5s to kill. 6s won't matter as much. Oh,
Just one more.
he kills also just 1 Chaos Space Marine, please. And then the rest of the Harlequins are probably going to be initiative 5 or 6, so they will go before me. This guy's going to attack first. He has a power weapon. The rest have Harlequins kisses.
No, there's 2 kisses and then just 2 regular blades.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the power
so
weapon.
the power weapon. So I should be hitting on 3s.
Good start. Oh, your weapon skill
Okay,
5 or 6.
he's
yeah.
6.
Yeah.
And your weapon skill 2.
That's trade. I'm half. Oh,
Nope, you're fine.
no wounds there. And then the Harlequins kisses.
3s. Okay, they're a little tuckered out. Then these are 2s. Because they're kisses.
Yeah, they always win on 2s, but they have no AP.
That would cause instant death, but it doesn't matter.
True. 3s. You get 1 Marine.
Okay.
Blech. Then you said there was a couple blades.
Yep. These are just regular old close combat weapons.
Oh, no AP, no strength. Gotcha. No rules.
No rules.
5s. Power armor. Ooh, 1 more dies. All before initiative. Oof. I get to fight back. I have 3 Chaos Space Marines. But let me double check a few rules here, because you get to be behind a low linear obstacle. I'm curious what that means. The rule they have is if I charge them, even if they're in the open, they count as being in cover, which sets their initiative to 10, unless I have frag grenades.
Yeah, they get the defended obstacle bonus.
Yes, of course. And then we both go to initiative 10. Very cool.
But I got plasma grenades, which...
I think that's only if you charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I get to hit first.
Yeah, Harlequins, they hit first. I got 3 attacks with the Marines. They hit
Maybe
on
5s.
5s, because I'm weapon skill 2 and you're 5.
At least 5, yeah.
Yeah, they're majority at least 5. Yeah. And I don't wound. And then we have the aspiring champion. I do have to look. I think he's got 3 attacks with the extra close combat weapon attack. 5's on him, but he's got spiky bits. So he gets a reroll. Hey, it helped.
Oh, no.
2s to kill, I guess. I killed 2.
Okay. I will take a blade and a blade.
Blade and blade go down. And that is kind of it. You definitely won the combat, but you don't outnumber me. And am I below half? 4? Yeah, I'm below half. So my leadership is down. My leadership 10 on the aspiring champion goes down to 9, but also down to 8 because Harlequins have a permanent -1 leadership.
The Mask of Fear.
The Mask of Fear.
When
that's
you're in
what it is.
combat with me.
So I need to roll an 8 or less to hold. We roll a 6.
Nice.
So we just kind of stay like this. Then we go to this very, very suspicious fight over here, where I couldn't even imagine what the initiatives here are. I assume the Great Harlequin goes first.
He's initiative 8, so...
Understood. So the Great Harlequin there with the cloak is in contact with the Chaos Lord. He's going to put all of his attacks into him. And I'm only weapon skill 3 because the Harlequin nonsense.
Yes, I'm weapon skill 7.
1 miss. Very scary. These are power blades. What do we got going on?
So this one, so it's a power weapon. Power blades would also make the rest of his attacks basically power weapons. But then you get an additional +1 attack, and that can be in addition to your 2 close combat weapons.
Okay.
But you can't combine this. I think it specifically says you can't combine this with a kiss.
Oh, okay.
So you can't be like, oh, it's wound on 2s and...
Oh,
yeah.
I see. So you
there's
just have
not
like a pair of power weapons, essentially.
Basically, they're extra ones on his wrists.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's 4 wounds. Wait, what strength are you?
He is a strength of 3.
That's 2 wounds only. I'm T5.
Ooh.
These are AP.
No, Luka, no.
These are no armor save because they're power weapons. So my
Yep.
2-up demon armor goes to my 4-up invulnerable save, and I failed 3 out of the 3 invulnerable saves I've been called to make. So I would
You'll pass these 2, don't worry.
If I pass these 2, we're good. If I don't, it is game over. For dramatic effect, I suppose. Why not?
Okay, let's see the second one.
Oh, made that one. Okay. That will be the end of our Chaos Lord and the end of our potential summoning.
You still got some demonettes.
I do have the demonettes. I suspect they would charge in and die, though.
I think they would just explode.
I think they would charge in and explode.
You get invuln saves, but I'm going to hit you first.
Yeah, you just have and I'm only T3, so you're wounding me on 4s, hitting me on 3s. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see the whole list coming together. I get it. Thank you, Gav Thorpe.
A single flamer would have killed me, though.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have any in the collection because the Heresy collection, but I tried not to put the flamers in the list. I liked it though. Like this could have. Honestly,
do you want to see what the Death Jester or sorry the
I do. I want to see what the Shadow Seer
Seer
does. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is just going to power up, and this is substantially less crazy stuff. And I didn't use either of the powers because they're used in your turns.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so what's your weapon skill?
I think 2 or 3 with your ability.
Okay, weapon skill 6. I'm gonna hit you on 3s. Oh, so you only hit you twice.
And just a power staff.
Just power weapon.
Nope.
No, did I wound you?
All right. Well, I think it's safe to assume the other 9 Harlequins will probably tear up my single wound Aspiring Champion. Unfortunately, it's all 3s and 5s, no save. With like 20 something, probably.
There's only 2 power weapons and 2 instant death things.
Yeah,
it's still. I'm not saying you got to keep it. I'm just going. Yeah, you can.
He's probably dead. I think the writing's on the wall on this one. Now, 2 things that I would have changed with the list a little bit. I see the value in. I didn't want to put icons in the units because they had characters with icons in them already. But you could have little. Units with icons in them. Now, granted, if I bought the icon for this unit, it wouldn't have mattered because that guy still would have died before my next turn. Though it would have been nice to summon my other 3 units onto the battlefield. Though I think in consideration after seeing how they... Like, it's one thing to read it on paper, but it's another thing to see it on the table. Yeah. I think with what I had available, you got to shoot these guys to death. They overwhelm you very quickly with attacks and melee. And they have a pretty good save for shooting, but like the right kind of shooting will put a lot of pressure on them. Lots of bolter fire. If I had like maybe a squad of 5 Marines here, 5 Marines here, I could do quite a bit of damage back at them. Yeah. Maybe.
Well, because the talking point is that I got a 4 cover save. That's it. So it's a nice cover. But it's still, I'm a single wound toughness 3 model.
Yeah.
That's 25 points.
And 1 flamer just ends them.
Oh, yeah. 100% done. And like I can do a 4-inch coherency, but they only help so much.
Yeah.
So like anything that messes with cover gets me. But even the stuff that doesn't, like I don't get saves in close combat. I'm just relying on being difficult to hit.
Yeah, it is. It's true. Yeah, so like just dudes with like a sword and a pistol will be quite the threat.
Often you're going to just be hitting me on 5s though. So like, then that's what I'm hoping to live with is that I kill enough of you and you just can't hit me hard enough back.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Now the thing is, so we talked about the Shadow Seer and the stuff you didn't get to see in the Shadow Seer is I've got 2 different powers. So Misdirection is one. It's used at the start of the enemy's assault phase and lasts until the start of the next Harlequin's turn. Anybody wishing to charge the Shadow Seer or the unit they're with needs to pass a 3d6 leadership test.
Oh, and keep all 3d6.
Yep. And then you do nothing that assault phase if you fail it.
Oh,
you can't redirect, can't do anything else.
They kind of just drool.
Yep. And then Veil of Tears is the other one. So it's when you go to at the start of your shooting phase and lasts until the start of the next Harlequin's turn. And basically it puts night fighting up.
It puts night fighting up.
Oh, when you go to shoot at me.
So at the start of my shooting phase, you kind of cover the battlefield. Is it?
No, it's just for their unit.
Oh, for their units treated as if night fighting is active.
So that's when it's supposed to be the like,
cool.
Like you still can see me, but I remove your ability to perceive me from your mind. Like, they're still there, but they're not there.
Gotcha.
Like they just...
Interesting. I like it. I see it. I see it all coming together now. I understand. Because we were like reading it on paper, and it's like 26 points for this thing. Like,
25 points a model.
25 points a model. Like, I don't see it. I see it now. As it all comes together, I definitely see it now.
It's not a balanced list, and I'd argue that. So what it is that I don't think the troops are worth their point cost at all.
The characters
are.
Yeah.
potentially kind of crazy.
Yeah, the characters are definitely the carries of the list. And like the troops are not bad, but they play almost like this play style of Harlequins kind of just kept its pace throughout all the editions. They're like all gas, no brakes.
Yep.
Typically. They pretty much wait, pounce, and they win or lose.
Yep, it's usually going to feel probably like a singular turn of like, oh, cool, did I hit you hard enough that you can't hit me back?
Yep.
No? Okay, cool, I lose. Oh, yes, I did? Okay, well, cool, I guess I win.
Yeah, because they can't risk committing to something and being in the open.
Yep.
After they're done killing it. Had I had maybe more squads of like min squads, like squads of 5 here, and there, you'd be a little more hesitant to come out and commit.
Now, one of the other things too is I know that when they were written, which was 3rd edition, because again, we're playing early 4th edition.
Yeah, the concept is 4th edition core codex or core rulebook just released today.
Yeah, so in the idea for them, they wanted to roll into combat. So I think normally when you won, you get to go, what, 2d6?
Yeah, that was a normal consolidation.
And you could get into a fresh combat with it, I think, right?
You still can in this edition, but it really reined in how far you go.
Right. So these guys went 3d6 back then.
Even strong, yeah, because that's
so
what
I
jump
wipe
units,
something, and then I would just go into another combat, and that's the idea of no, you can't shoot me.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
They
Once
keep
I'm
jumping
in
from combat to combat. Yeah.
The only way for you to shoot me is to run far enough away. I can't just roll into other combats.
Wow, they really dictate like the entire pacing. Once they commit to the battlefield, they really dictate the pacing of the game. Interesting army list.
And then fleet all around too. Now I can't remember how the difference between. Do you remember the difference between 3rd and 4th fleet?
It's the same.
Oh, is it the same?
It's a D6 move in the shooting phase.
Were you allowed to assault after both of them?
Yeah.
So again,
you just give up shooting.
Yeah. So them having fleet across the board too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fleet is the proto run. So any modern 40k player understands run. Fleet was run back in the day, but you were able to charge after doing it. Everyone could do it if you had fleet, but it was rare. Yeah. So
that's I'm wondering because I think because we were looking at it again. I really hope we did it right, and I think we did. The move forward, hop out with the move forward the vehicle.
Yep.
Hop out.
Fleet.
Charge. Yeah. So like I'm gonna get just from super duper far away.
Yeah, they get to kind of control every little thing. Now, great. There's a couple things I could have immobilized it. A few key things in this game. And that's a really nice thing about the older editions of Warhammer 40k or Warhammer games in general. A few die rolls just go slightly different, and the game is completely different. Yeah. Hypothetically, this transport, say you don't make that hull down save you made, this thing gets penetrated, they're forced to disembark from a transport when it gets penetrated. That's 4th edition unique, because 3rd edition transports were very strong, so they kind of reined them in a little bit. So when they disembark, they have to do a pinning check, keep their heads down. Those guys are sitting there, and then I can shoot them with the plasma cannon. They're not helping out the solitaire, maybe overwhelm the solitaire. And then obviously over here, maybe you miss a couple fusion pistol shots, maybe I make a few more invulnerable saves. That character
I missed a couple of them.
That character would that character would scrap, and then he could just, maybe I get lucky and I summon all my demons and they all show up around and they all kind of envelop that unit in a completely different game.
Yeah, you could still potentially drag me down. I think you run into the downfall of I count as being covered when you go to charge me.
Yes. Well, that just means you're initiative 10.
Yeah, I just keep hitting you first.
I think no matter what, you're hitting me first.
That seems to be the rules.
Yeah, the rules are the Harlequins hit first. But hopefully,
as long as I pay for plasma grenades, I think though, because otherwise, I don't.
Yeah,
think I need the plasma grenades if I'm going to be the one charging, which often I'm going to be.
Yes, and if I have, the only time you're stuck is if I charge you and have grenades, and then at worst we fight at the same time.
Yeah,
that is it. So at worst, Harlequins only ever fight at the same time as the enemy when they're charged.
Yeah. What did you think of the neurodisruptor?
I would have spread out a little bit more.
I feel so bad. I didn't realize.
That's okay. It didn't stick any wounds on the character. It was actually the fusion pistols that stuck wounds on the character.
I know, but it's now it's just like a little dinky pistol.
Oh, it still exists, but it doesn't do anything. I think
it still technically does. And I call it something, but it's still like a little neuro-y type weapon.
Well, yeah, all this war gear and all these weapons had like way more character back in this day. A lot more unique. They were unique to the units and factions and everything. I loved it. No, this game again. It's. I actually don't think this list is a little too over the top. I swear, like those rules go a little different, and I'm still in the game playing and scrapping, for sure. It might not be an auto win, but I'm still playing.
You had a relatively elite build, and I'm like, no, I'll just like, oh, cool. You paid. I know it's not like you upgraded, but you're playing Marine, so like, oh, you paid to have this higher initiative than normal?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't care.
Power armor.
You paid to have this
high weapon skill.
High weapon skill? No.
Yep.
It's okay.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, who wants to fight these guys? Like a bunch of guardsmen or something want to fight these guys.
The cheapest little crap.
The cheapest little crappy guy. Yeah. Would give him would negate a lot of the abilities you're paying for, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weapon skill 3 guys go down to weapon skill 2. You're still hitting on 5s. You're still hitting on 3s. Doesn't change much.
Yep.
All the fancy weapons, everything are wounding on 4s.
Anybody with just really high toughness and poopy stats otherwise.
That's true, yeah. High toughness, low armor save. Those kisses are nasty.
Oh, that's but if you're multiple wounds, the kisses, you're just like, no, we wound you on 2.
And then instant death. Yeah.
Instant death on
the 6s to wound. Just a nasty set of war gear on them. However, I don't think it is actually too over the top. I think it can be perceived that way only because of the nature of the way they play, where it's an all or nothing kind of army. Almost no matter how you build it. I'm sure there might be a few reserved ways to build a list, but more often than not, you're playing Harlequins for that posture, commit kind of play style.
Yep.
Yeah, which I don't mind. It is. I mean, that's just another way to play the game, and I think the game shines when it envelops a lot of different play styles.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, so back in the day too, this is not something that you would like spring on your buddy. So like, Luka and I have been talking about doing this for at this point probably more than a month.
Yeah. It's we wanted to show off everything that this era of 40K has to offer, and this is one of the army lists. And Harlequins are a really relevant army in today's Warhammer 40K as well, so it's really important to show off how they used to play over 20 years ago.
Yeah. Now I think one of the 2 things I don't have is I believe, and I might be wrong, I think there was another White Dwarf or another article or something that came out that added 2 more units. I believe it added mimes, which I think they were.
What's that?
I think they were more elite, and they got like infiltrate or scout or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I also believe, and this was again because this is not like an official codex, but this was also not a fan-made one.
Okay.
Like it came out in a White Dwarf. Like, I'm saying for the Harlequins in general, the ones I just played, and I think the other one was the same deal. But they also added Wraith Lords.
Oh, like the Harlequin Wraith Lord? Like a specific one for Harlequins?
A specific one for Harlequins, because I think the lore was slightly different back then.
I have no idea. I don't know much about the Harlequins. They're like just a sect of Eldari that do their own thing.
So, and again, I might be totally wrong, or this might be like, I might be mixing up old lore. I think one of the main things, I know I'm talking about the Harlequins a lot, but your Chaos guys didn't get to
there's already been 4 Chaos Space Marine battle reports. Yeah. This is supposed to be a Harlequin battle report.
And I might be entirely wrong about this. I might be making it up, but I'm pretty sure the shtick on the Harlequins is that they don't have soul stones.
Oh, they don't use that at all? What do they do instead?
They rely on the Laughing God to save them from Slanesh.
They're just like, he's got us.
Pretty much.
You know what? That sounds like
a good enough job, then he's got us.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
And if not, then well.
I'm just happy to see that all these armies had pretty great and unique rules back in the day. Because I'd gladly play against this Harlequin. I might not play against the movie Marines again.
No,
not maybe if I played them, sure.
Honestly, if you want, like, I will play against them all day. Like, I would
just give it a shot.
I would love to figure it out, and I'd love to just get beat up. I don't know what I would play.
What would the Harlequins? They play the Harlequins in the movie Marines.
Harlequins v movie Marines would be interesting.
With 3 up invulnerable saves.
Maybe.
Well, you throw a lot of attacks, I guess.
Instant death, though.
True. Are they immune to it? I think they're immune to it. Aren't they the movie Marines? Oh, they're not immune to instant death? Oh, okay, fair.
They're toughness 6.
That goes a long
they're
way.
immune to instant death from like weapons that don't have instant death.
That's true,
the doubling their toughness.
Huh. How about that? What about that Flamer, though? That Flamer Marine?
Oh, the Flamer would just... Well, okay, so hear me out, though. Flamer's probably worse than a regular Flamer. Kind of.
True, okay.
Because the regular Flamer template, just you put it down and you get that many hits and you wound on 3s.
Yes.
The other one, it hits everybody, but it wounds on 4s.
Right, yes.
And then, so it potentially is going to hit less guys.
Could. It all depends.
It's not going to wound as well.
But it hits from very far away, I suppose. Ish.
I move pretty quick, dude.
Yeah, you move pretty quick.
And it doesn't hurt vehicles, I don't think. Actually, no, it can mess with the open top, and I can't remember what the rules are. Oh, no, I would totally play Harlequins and movie Marines and just have it be ridiculous.
Perhaps one day we'll try that out then. I'll play like some Space Wolf movie Marines or something. Just like get a Grey Slayer squad out or whatever.
Just slay the Grey.
Just slaying some Grey. Grab a Stormbolter Rhino.
Well, it's not like something like a Stormbolter Rhino could kill a Hive Tyrant.
No, I wouldn't have him. No, but that's pretty much it for today's battle report. Got to show off the Harlequin experimental army list. I actually enjoyed it. As much as it might look like I got smoked, I was playing my Chaos Space Marines a little aggressively and arrogantly because they just won a combat the night before. And I'm like, whatever, elves, what are they here for? Oh, we're dead. Oh, we're dead.
It's those dancy elves. What are they going to do?
And Chaos did not help us because if they wanted to, all those units could have showed. Oh, also, those units could have all showed up turn 2, or not likely, but they could have.
Yeah, well,
I guess.
half of them should have shown up.
Yeah, and then they could have, deep struck over here.
And deep struck not back into your deployment zone.
Exactly.
It's starting to make a lot of sense because it's the goofiness of like the narrative because it's the not controlled. Those demonettes totally knew it was going to happen. Oh my god, nope.
We're just going to show up, and then we're going to go right back to the warp. We're just out of here. And that's effectively it. Though I definitely plan on playing. Do not worry, guys. Chaos is not out of the rotation. I think I still have like 7 battle reports of Chaos to do if I was to show them all off.
And then we move into playing 4th edition codexes.
Like proper, proper. But with the 5th edition rules. Or unless we do 4th edition rules.
We do 4th edition codexes with the 4th edition rules.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah.
And then
we can go
eventually
5th edition rules with 4th edition codex.
Yeah, in 4 years when the new edition comes out or whatever it is, because that's what it used to take.
Yeah, it took a long time.
When you guys are super familiar with the codexes and what they do,
we'll swap it up.
What do they do in 5th?
Yeah.
I tell you, my Tau don't get it any better.
Well, I'm looking forward to the 5th core rules because they add a few elements to a few quality of life things to the game even more. It's really a few of the codexes in 5th edition were trouble. Apparently. I didn't play all that much in 5th.
I don't remember I didn't play in 5th really either.
It was Demon Hunters and Long Fangs and I can't remember the third offender. But this typically those 2 are the top go-to ones.
Are those I didn't really have to deal with them a whole lot. Oh, was it wound allocation? Was that edition?
I mean, the wound allocation, I have to read. I don't know it. I don't think there was so much an issue with the core rules. It was the codex creep that people had a lot of
I'm trying to think because if it's the edition I'm thinking of with Demon Hunters being an issue, it was with certain Terminators.
Could be
or was
that
6th.
Well, they all deep strike and turn 1.
What was the Knob Biker one? What was the Knob Biker edition?
That would have. You can manipulate wound allocation in 3rd and 4th if you want to.
Yeah, but I think so maybe 4th and 5th is what I was thinking of. Where it got really silly with the Knob Bikers being able to take different war gear loadouts and share their wounds around like crazy.
They would share their wounds because, like, if you're attacking them from different angles, some might not be in line of sight, some would be in line of sight.
Well, no, because they had different war gear loadouts, so you could.
That was 3rd for sure then, because 3rd you could do saves differently, but if they had different war gear.
It was after the.
It was after 3rd.
It was after 3rd. Yeah.
Well, then it might have been 5th. Then because I haven't played that much 5th. In fact, I played very little. I read when it came out. I read it, but that was about it.
I think I played 3 games, and it was like no.
Because I played so much of this with my friend that I just lost interest, like a lot of people, and I got heavily into video gaming instead.
See, I got into War Machine.
Oh, I went to War Machine instead. Yeah.
Well, okay, I got busy for a couple of years, and then when I started looking around again, it was War Machine, yeah, that makes sense. I came right back to Warhammer at the beginning of 6, and then I played like 4 games throughout the year and a half it existed. Then 7th came out, and then I went really hard in the 7th. And that's when I started working for MiniWarGaming, and then, essentially, long story short, that's where it culminated in. But that is it for today's episode, everyone. We'll let you get back to your day, or to go watch more of our stuff if you want, or anyone else's. Happy Wargaming. Thank you for tuning in. And please leave some feedback down below. I love seeing what you guys are thinking.